Hey guys.
Hi guys.
So welcome back. It is Friday night. We're inside because it's freezing cold outside. It's a mess.
And
all the
icy snow.
Icy snow, slipping left and right, slushy curb. This is a part people don't always show you of New York when it's after it snows. It gets crazy. But we're here. We did a video last week kind of talking about our story making this channel, and we got some pretty cool feedback, so we wanted to do something in the vein of it and talk about sort of why we moved from Manhattan to Brooklyn, which has now been almost 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I lived in Manhattan with roommates in Alphabet City, Lower East Side, and we started dating, and then my world ended. No, we started dating, and then we decided to move in together after a year and a half of dating, or a year of dating.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then we were looking around in the city because I'm like, oh, I only want to live in the city.
Yeah, that was.
I was naive, but anyways, so we decided to live in Upper East Side just because it was budget friendly.
It was, yeah.
So, and it was also sort of last minute because my lease was ending and we didn't find anything good.
When did we sign the lease? It was
May. It was,
right?
Yeah, it was beginning of May.
So May, spring, summer, it's the worst time to rent an apartment just because everyone's leases generally end around that time. And
I mean, that's when rent prices go up. So when you want to rent is really November. Oh my God, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's licking her tripod. So that's fun. But
Chloe, what? Our dog was licking the tripod. Anyways, the best time to move is November to mid-April, I would say.
Our lease, when we moved into our apartment, it was a fairly quick turnaround, basically. And it was in retrospect, it was way too expensive. Ironically, because it was a decent price, but for the actual space, it was a shoebox of a studio. The heat didn't work. We won't give the exact address because we're just not gonna do that. But the area was safe. It was pretty convenient to get into. Yeah,
it was definitely
Midtown.
A nice area.
Yeah.
It was next to Carl Schurz Park, which is right by the water. We took our dog there.
Yeah.
It was a really nice area to live around. No complaints with the area. It was a bit older though.
Yeah, the building.
Say. So
a thing with Manhattan apartments too is that any extra features, if you will, are sort of a luxury in some cases. So it was an older building, but it had an elevator and a laundry room in the building, in the basement rather. So, those, for what we were paying for the area, it made sense for us. But
granted, the elevator was built in the 1920s.
It worked here and there. But with that said, we were close to work. For me on the train, it was probably 25 minutes literally. For Vlada, used to Uber a lot, but
I used to Uber because I used
so
to get
close.
a bunch of deals for Uber, but it was really nice and close. But
I think once we kind of were in the latter part of our lease, ironically, when it was the coldest, that's when we were sort of we can't do this for any longer, just because it was so cold. Like you mentioned, the heat wasn't working. My mom had to buy us a little mini heater because she felt bad, and
she brought in a radiator when she when she came over one time. She's like, oh, I got you guys a radiator.
Yeah,
and it was a little mini type of radiator, and we put it on.
Thank you, Mom. Even though we still had to wear a hat to go to sleep and sweat. Anyway, basically, once we kind of got towards the end of our lease, and Vlada mentioned, there was initial push to just live in Manhattan, but we were looking at apartments in other boroughs. We looked in Manhattan as well, but for sort of the prices we were seeing elsewhere, and being open-minded to it, I think was definitely a big thing. We both ironically grew up in Queens, so it wasn't we grew up in the Manhattan city and just had to stay there. We worked in the city, still do, and it was a lot of the convenience as well. So with that in mind, we were starting to look at other boroughs, specifically Brooklyn. But after we lived in Manhattan, when we were looking at Brooklyn apartments, we saw a lot of great deals. and not even just deals, but just general pricing. And it might be obvious to people who like did the same move of going from Manhattan to a different borough, but we were legitimately impressed with like just all the options available within our price range and even a little below it in some cases. So we kind of weighed out the pros and cons, and we ended up just making a move. So we in what, 2019 now, or it's been 2 years.
2019. Our lease expires in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, so we made a move to Bushwick. It's right on the border, so it's some places.
It's Ridgewood / Bushwick.
Yeah,
so.
but we got an awesome deal. We actually loved it so much we signed a 2-year lease right on the spot because we saw the building. It was brand new. It was still even being constructed. Like our bathroom wasn't finished. There was, I don't think all the kind of drawers were in the kitchen. There was like stuff missing.
I mean, it was like a new building, so like all the apartments were pretty much open, and like when you were looking in, you can just see like any.
Pretty much, yeah. We had a realtor walk us in, and it was ironically.
They showed us like a bunch of apartments.
Yeah,
like 5 or so.
We got there about like maybe 15, 20 minutes before a few other people, but that was enough time for us to see about like maybe like 5 or 6 apartments, and we ended up seeing the one we're in now, and we loved it. So we kind of just pulled the trigger, and sort of they needed like deposit information. I sent the information, and we were kind of good to go. But for us, I don't think we have any regrets at all. I don't know if you feel differently. So you look at me with.
No, we have no regrets.
This is Vlada's comedy skit. So no.
No, we have no regrets. We honestly like.
Yeah.
There's been times that we just like sit in silence and just we're like, oh my god, we love this place. We love this apartment. We're so fortunate.
Being in Brooklyn too, I think is a cool new experience for us, just because we haven't been as exposed. Maybe the occasional visits here and there. We worked in the city and like grew up in Queens.
We never.
We never had like specific. A lot of our friends like and family lived in like either like Queens or Manhattan anyway. So we never had like too many reasons to go to Brooklyn. But I think once we moved here, we definitely explored a lot more.
And now we love it. Now, when our lease ends, we might renew depending on if whatever the price is going to be. But otherwise, we're like, we're gonna move. If we don't renew, we're gonna move somewhere else in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And we're not even thinking about like Manhattan at all.
Yeah, which is definitely a departure. I mean, like in so many ways, but we've come to love Bushwick. Like we mentioned, we're close to Ridgewood, so there's definitely beautiful areas there as well. And yeah, we would say that anyone watching this that is either considering a move from like Manhattan to a different borough or just like Brooklyn specifically, we've had a lot of positive experiences. And we're speaking more so for like Bushwick and sort of our general area, just because we've lived here for the past few years, and you know we can definitely speak highly of say like Williamsburg as well, and certain areas in Brooklyn where we've definitely explored and definitely love as well. But for sort of what you get for the money and the apartment itself, some cases you might just pay more, it might be equal pricing, like just very random situations. But we definitely as a whole saw that you get a lot more for your money, especially with the apartment and sometimes even the building too, which is pretty awesome. We definitely
we have like a gym in our building. We can go on the rooftop. We have laundry, and we have like a common area downstairs. So
we do pay a little more than we did in Manhattan, but
we have a 2-bedroom.
Yeah,
in Manhattan we had a studio.
Yeah, we get so much more. It's definitely worth it. So. We wanted to just kind of give you guys a little background. I know like a lot of our videos are kind of like walking through Brooklyn or Manhattan, and definitely different Queens as well. But yeah, I guess
just wanted to give you a short story time of why we moved from Manhattan to Brooklyn.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I think we definitely have that experience of like living in Manhattan for a fair bit of time, and then obviously like working in the city as well. So just having that kind of full circle of like having that perspective, but still wanting to like live elsewhere. That was like worth sharing, maybe something unique. So that's our spiel. as always, thank you for watching. We hope you got a little value out of this. And
if you guys have any questions, comments, we're always here. We always respond. So
yeah, we're here.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So peace.